It's JESS and I would like to say to you, welcome to this video. Now this is actually a response video to a question that a subscriber of mine had in regards to a video that I just recently put out. The video was about a gospel artist that collabed with a secular artist. Now if you want to watch that video, you can catch the link down below in the description box. Or you can catch it up here or up here on one of these sides. I could never remember. But I do thank the subscriber, and now I am going to give you my answer. Their question was, as a Christian, can you listen to secular music? Well, it was actually, as a Christian, is secular music good or bad? I cannot directly give you a yes, it's good, or a yes, it's bad. But what I'm going to do is help you to analyze the music that you're listening to. So what you would want to do is you would want to ask yourself, what is the message that the music is sending your way? Is the music talking about sex? Is it talking about drugs, alcohol, weed? Does the music have a lot of profanity, violence, degradation of women? Are they talking about having a love for money? If the music that you listen to contain any one of those things, my opinion is you shouldn't be listening to that type of music, because you have to be mindful of what you're feeding your spirit. If you're feeding your spirit negatively, you are going to then produce negative things. What do I mean by that? Okay, if you're listening to a lot of violent music, by nature, you're going to be a violent person. You're always going to have angry thoughts. You're always going to be in a wanting to fight mood, wanting to always argue mood, because that's what you're feeding yourself. If you're listening to music that's degrading women, you're going to start seeing women as objects. You're going to just start seeing women as being only good for one thing, which is having sex. If you're listening to songs about sex as well, you're just going to want to constantly have sex. Sex, sex, sex. What about the songs that are always promoting drug use, always promoting alcohol and marijuana use? Do I even need to get into that? I mean, come on, that should be self-explanatory. We all know drugs, alcohol, weed, we all know that to be bad. There may be a lot of controversy on the marijuana aspect of it, but with all honesty, smoking weed is bad. No matter what twists you put on it, it is bad, because you're altering your state of mind. You don't want to alter your state of mind in a negative way. How does this music make you behave? You can also apply that to the weed smoking if you want. It alters your state of mind. It disconnects you from having a relationship with Christ, from Him being able to communicate with you, for you to be able to think rationally, even though a lot of you think and believe that you are more rational when you smoke. I'm not even going to get into that. That can be a topic for a whole nother video. You don't want the music to alter your state of mind in a negative way, as what I just explained earlier about the violence, about the sex, about the drugs, about the degradation of women. Degradation, I always say that word right. Degradation. I said degradation, I meant degradation of women. The other question you want to ask yourself is this music helping me grow spiritually, or is it hindering my growth spiritually? What do I mean by that? I mean, when I listen to this type of music, is that helping me grow in Christ? Is that making my relationship with Jesus stronger? Am I able to communicate with Him better? Does it help my prayer life? Does it help me worship Him more? Or is this music disconnecting me from Him? Is this music putting me in a place where I am not able to communicate with Him as clearly as I used to, because my mind is being clouded by negativity? Because remember, what you put into your body, again, like I said, is what comes out of it. So if you're constantly feeding yourself positivity, on the other hand, if you're constantly in a place where you're praising God, where you're worshiping Him, where you're just listening to gospel music and you're just in a realm of worship and praise and prayer, then you're going to be a positive person by nature. That's all you're going to be. I mean, yeah, you would have your moments where you're not going to be so nice, but for the majority of the time, I can speak for myself, for the majority of the time, I am. Now, let's have an honesty moment, if you will. I used to listen to a lot of secular music. I have to have an honesty moment with you because I don't want you to feel as though I am better than you, or I am perfect, or I am just talking to you Everything that I say to you in my videos, I take it for myself first before I even step in front of the camera and record. I used to listen to a lot of secular music. One of my favorite artists was Eminem. I used to worship this man's music. Mind you, I used to go to church. But you see, what I was doing was I was placing the world higher than the things of the Lord. And that was wrong for me to do, especially when I was saying that I was a Christian. It is only until now that I have committed myself to Him completely that things are beginning to shift. And I listen to more music that glorify, honor, and praise Jesus than I do secular music. So to be honest with you, I listen to soca music very little. I listen to hip hop, I listen to love songs, and I listen to R&B songs. That's my genre of music, and that's what I choose to listen to. I listen to love songs because I like to be in a state of love constantly. I like to saturate my home with love, with the feeling of love, with the feeling of giving love, with the feeling of wanting to make love because I'm married and I can do that. Yeah. So love songs just put me in that good environment where I always want to express love because I love my wife. And every single day is a new day for me to love her more. So love songs, R&B, those songs, they work really well and they play a positive role to my spirit. They are feeding me positively. Okay, so if you want, let's go to Michael Jackson, right? Let's go to the song Man in the Mirror. That's a secular song, but the song has a good vibe behind it. It has a positive message behind it. He's saying, I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. I'm gonna make a difference. And then he's saying, I'm talking about the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. He's saying that in order for there to be a change, it has to start with the guy he's looking at, which is him. I can relate that to William McDowell's song. It's a song called Song of Intercession. He's actually one of my favorite pastor and artists right now, currently. One of them. I have a few of them. But the song goes, the change I want to see must first begin with me. I surrender all so your world can be changed. He's saying that the change has to begin with him in order for there to be a change in the world. Positive message. It's a gospel song, so duh. But I'm just trying to show you that there are secular songs that can have a positive influence behind it. Not all of them, okay? There are specific ones. So like I said, that brings me to the last part of this, which is your personal conviction. You have to know for yourself what the Lord is telling you personally about the music that you're listening to. Is He telling you that it's something that you should stay away from, or is there a balance between listening and doing things of God and keeping the things of the world to a minimum? In my life currently, that's what it is. The things of the Lord outweigh the things of the world. So yeah, I may listen to secular music here and there. Yeah, I may watch secular movies here and there, which is the same thing that it can apply to both. But the things of the Lord is far higher than the things of this world. And that's where my personal conviction comes into play. Now, if you look at the book of James chapter 7 verse 17, if you know what is right, but you still choose to do wrong, that is considered a sin. I say that because if you feel guilty for listening to secular music, but you choose to do it anyway, you're committing a sin. All right? So when it comes down to it, you have to decide for yourself, is secular music worth it? Don't allow it to jeopardize your relationship with Jesus in any way, shape, or form. Always know that Jesus and everything that is in His will comes first, and the world is second to none. Okay, if you can remove the world, the secular world out of your life completely, then hats off to you. Great job. But it is everyone's personal conviction. Do not allow anybody to tell you that yes, secular music is bad and you shouldn't listen to it at all, because they're only able to speak to you from their conviction, because there's no right or wrong answer for that. but just know that you need to have more of the Lord in your life and less of the world in your life, because to deny the flesh, to deny the world, is to accept the Lord, is to glorify the Lord, is to walk closer with Him. But if it's reversed, to accept the world, to want the things of the world, to desire the things of the flesh, is to turn your back on Jesus. It's saying that I want nothing to do with you, and it's as though you're against Him. And with that being said, that's the end of this video. I do thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I will see you all in my next video. And remember, being blessed is way better than being stressed.